those ribs. Scoop up. And Lethal barely able to roll out of the predicament following the Dr. Bomb of Kenny Omega. Lethal really on the worst end of it here with Kenny Omega starting to ramp up. Here comes another V trigger. That knee is lethal, JR. No pun intended, right? It's lethal intended for Jay. Electric chair position. Attempted counter from Jay Lethal. Oh, straight there by Kenny. Tell you, this match went a hell of a lot longer than I wish it had. I'm sure that just shows the tenacity of Jay Lethal, the experience of him as a professional wrestler as well. Kenny Omega is in the finals, and still to come, ladies and gentlemen, later tonight, we have Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Billy Gunn for the Intercontinental title right here tonight.
Had a fantastic. Hold on. Being part. It's kind of like how WWE's giving their stars Austin Aries of like a shot at the world champion. I mean, look at Finn Balor though. I mean, look at Balor. I mean, ever said me so who Aries hard enough? It kind of like sucks. At the G1 Special USA Night 2 in Long Beach, California last Sunday, even though I saw it again on Access TV Friday night. So goes out to my congratulations. Now we're gonna get that out of the way. We're gonna be heading to the live. I'm gonna be looking forward to is Braun Strowman. It was like during a main event match, it was Roman Reigns one-on-one with Samoa Joe. Like Braun Strowman came back from a left arm injury due to Roman Reigns bashing it with a steel chair. And also Roman Reigns announced that he will face either Brock Lesnar or Samoa Joe for the Universal title next month at SummerSlam. Plus, so I'm gonna predict Reigns might have a chance against Braun Strowman, because even though he may lose, but Roman Reigns is gonna like kick Strowman's ass straight to the hospital. So Big Cass is gonna beat Enzo Amore, because no way Enzo can beat his former tag team partner. In case you're wondering why that match is happening, it was revealed like 3 weeks ago on Raw. Colin Cassidy was revealed as Enzo's mystery hospital. So Big Cass is gonna beat Enzo Amore fighting against each other. So it happened on May 22nd episode of Raw. Enzo Amore was found unconscious backstage after being attacked by unknown assailant, and again the following week where the Revival, Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson became suspects. Raw commentator Corey Graves and said that maybe Big Cass was behind the attack, but Cass said he will never hurt Enzo. So the following week Cass was found backstage, knocked out. Due to this, Enzo had to find another partner for a match against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. And Big Show teamed with Enzo, and the two were victorious. Later backstage, Cass confronted the Big Show. The following week, Cass again was found unconscious but still competed with Enzo against Gallows and Anderson in the losing effort. Then Gallows and Anderson tried to attack Enzo, but Show made the save and hugged Enzo while Cass watched. Enzo confronted Show, asking him if he had anything to do with Cass' attack, which Show took offense and walked away. On June 19th last month episode of Raw, General Manager Kurt Angle held a meeting about the attacks on Enzo and Cass. Big Show was asked if he had any party attacks, so Big Show took offense and said he would not compete on Raw again and left. That's harsh. Angle said that after talking to backstage official, the revival was cleared. Then Graves showed video surveillance of Cass staging his own attack from the previous week. Cass admitted that he was indeed behind attacks on Enzo. Cass said that he was tired of Enzo Amore and that it was because of him that they never won a tag team championship, neither while they were in NXT, especially since they debuted on the Raw brand. So and because of that, versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. So at Extreme Rules, Miz defeated Ambrose to win the 7th Intercontinental title. Following on a Raw, Ambrose said he wanted a rematch, but Miz denied him. Later, Maurice threw Miz a celebration party, which consisted of champagne, a bear mascot, yada yada yada. Miz attacked the mascot because he thought it was Dean Ambrose in disguise. And he also thought that Ambrose was hiding in the gift, which he knocked over it. It was a grandfather clock that Maurice brought him and said that he had always wanted, which caused Maurice to run to the back upset. Miz apologized to his wife Maurice for destroying the clock for accidentally knocking off the apron the previous week. And then Maurice accepted the apology, but Ambrose interrupted the clock but was accidentally broken again by Miz, and Maurice left the ring in tears. Following this, Ambrose was attacked by two men dressed in bear costume who revealed to be former member of Heath Slater's group Social Outcasts, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, who Miz had invited earlier to be part of his entourage. The following week on Raw, Ambrose teamed with Heath Slater and Rhino in the losing effort against the newly stable called the Miztourage. Following week, Miz retained his title in a match against Slater. Ambrose was then granted his rematch for the Intercontinental Championship at Great Balls of Fire. And then we have the 30-minute Iron Man match for the Raw Tag Team. So, before I get to the tag team, I'm going to predict who wins. As much as I don't like Dean Ambrose, so even though I have been a Misfit fan since 2011, so Miz, I'm going to go with to retain his Intercontinental title. As much as I like Dean Ambrose no longer my favorite, so Miz is going to retain his title. Now as we get to the 30-minute Iron Man match for the Raw Tag Team Champions, featuring Cesaro, Sheamus against the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff. At Extreme Rules, Cesaro and Sheamus beat the Hardys in a steel cage match to win the titles. Hardy Boys invoked their rematch on the June 12th episode of Raw in a 2 out of 3 falls match, which ended in a no contest after the deciding and fall ended in a double countout. The following week, the Hardy Boys teamed with Finn Balor and defeated the team of Cesaro, Sheamus, and Elias Sampson. On the July 3rd of Raw, General Manager Kurt Angle announced that the Hardy Boys would face Cesaro and Sheamus in one final match for the titles in the 30-minute Iron Man match at tonight's pay-per-view, Great Balls of Fire. Also that episode, the Hardy Boys joined on commentary for Balor's match against Cesaro. Sampson came out and tripped Balor while Sheamus distracted the referee. The Hardys then came down to ringside to help, and a brawl broke out between all six that ended with Balor getting the win over Cesaro. So Hardy Boys all the way. That's what my money's on, because they're my favorite tag team in my childhood days, in the late Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression. So Hardy Boys, well, I'm gonna go with Hardy Boys all the way to reclaim their Raw tag team titles against Cesaro and Sheamus. And now we're gonna get to the Raw Women's title. Alexa Bliss, the champion, versus Sasha Banks, the challenger. Excuse my voice, ladies and gentlemen. At Extreme Rules, Alexa Bliss retained the Raw Women's Championship against Bayley in a candlestick on a pole match. The following night, Kurt Angle scheduled Bliss to defend the title against Nia Jax, as Bliss had said she would give Jax a shot after she was through with Bayley. Thus, Bliss won the match by disqualification after getting Mickie James and Dana Brooke, who were at ringside, to attack her. On June 12th, Sasha Banks, Brooks, James defeated the team of Alexa Bliss, Emma, and Nia Jax after Bliss abandoned her partners. The following week, during a match, Jax and Banks between Nia Jax and Sasha Banks, Emma again confronted Bliss on how she turned on her during the 6-woman tag team match, and a brawl broke out, also involving Brooke, James, and Bayley, who came out to help Sasha. Angle then scheduled a 6-woman gauntlet match to determine the number 1 contender to face Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship at tonight's Great Ball of Fire. Jax dominated the match, eliminated Bayley, James, Brooke, and Emma before being eliminated by Sasha, who made her submit in a Banks statement. Bliss came out to confront her, but Banks attacked her and posed with the belt. The following week, Banks and Bayley teamed up to face Bliss and Jax, and won after Banks and Bliss submit to the Banks statement. Then Sasha Banks or Bliss, Alexa Bliss, nah, but Bayley, definitely. I'm going with Bayley, I'm saying Bayley, Sasha Banks. I'm going with my dream girl. YouTube. Champion after finishing off Reigns. Later that night, Reigns attacked Strowman during the latter's match, targeting his arm with a steel chair. Strowman required surgery and was expected to be inactive for up to 6 months. On June 19th episode of Raw, Reigns challenged whoever would be the Universal Champion at SummerSlam. Later that night, Strowman returned in an ambulance, costing Reigns his match against Samoa Joe. Strowman attacked Reigns and challenged him to an ambulance match at Great Balls of Fire. Following week, Reigns accepted the challenge and an ambulance match appeared at the stage. Reigns went to investigate, but Strowman attacked and put him into the ambulance. On the final Raw before the Great Balls of Fire, Strowman attempted to put Apollo Crews, who he had just defeated, in a one-on-one match in an ambulance, but as he opened the door, Reigns was in the ambulance and attacked Strowman. The two brawled that ended. Reigns spun Strowman off the stage and both crashed through tables and boxes. So I'm gonna give you guys details on how this ambulance match works. I'll take my time. Alright, an ambulance match is fought under hardcore rules. No pinfalls, no submissions, no disqualifications, no countout. The only way to win this match is for one wrestler to force their opponent into the back of an ambulance and close this door. Therefore, you have to viciously beat your opponent to win and put him in the back of your ambulance door and close the door. Like with Shane McMahon versus Kane, for example. Kane beat Shane McMahon in an ambulance match at Survivor Series 2003. So I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns. Like I said, my pick to put Strowman back where it belongs, in ambulance. And the main event, which I'm gonna look forward to, the Beast Incarnate and the current Universal Champion Brock Lesnar going one-on-one with the Samoan Submission Machine and the Destroyer Samoa Joe. Let's go how this feud happened. At WrestleMania 33, the Beast, Brock Lesnar, defeated Bill Goldberg to win the Universal Championship. Following Night on Raw, Lesnar's advocate Paul Heyman teased a match between Lesnar and Roman Reigns, since Lesnar and Reigns were the only two people to have defeated The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Thus, Lesnar defeated The Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania 34 years ago. 3 years ago in 2014. Thus, Brock Lesnar became the 1-21-1, and at WrestleMania 33, Roman Reigns had become the second to beat The Undertaker, 23-2. 23-2. Lesnar then went absent from Raw for several weeks due to his status as a part-time wrestler. During this time, Reigns, Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, and Samoa Joe each indicated their desire to challenge Lesnar for the Universal Championship. Due to Strowman being sidelined from an arm injury, General Manager Kurt Angle scheduled an Extreme Rules Fatal 5-Way match at Extreme Rules between the other five, with the winner earning a title match at Great Balls of Fire. Joe won the match by submission by choking Finn Balor in a coquina clutch, and I predicted that Joe was going to win. Some would say Finn Balor, but it's going to be like a UFC. I feel like it's a UFC dream fight between the two men, Lesnar and Joe. So the next night after Extreme Rules, Samoa Joe confronted Lesnar's advocate Paul Heyman the following night on Raw, stating that he did not fear Lesnar and wanted to face him. Then Joe applied the coquina clutch on Heyman to send a message to Lesnar, who returned the following week and got to a physical brawl with Joe, which was broken up by Kurt Angle in the Raw locker room. In sit-down interviews on June 19th episode, both Lesnar and Joe expressed their confidence that they could beat the other. The following week, as Lesnar was making his entrance, Joe ambushed Lesnar from behind and applied a coquina clutch on him 3 times, nearly causing Lesnar to pass out. Joe stopped the third hold only after some of the other wrestlers pulled him off Lesnar. On the final Raw before Great Balls of Fire, the two had a live split-screen interview. They talked to each other, and Joe left upon where Lesnar he was eventually found him, but was independent wrestlers. Guys like AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Cesaro, Undertaker, many others, including Dean Ambrose and CM Punk. So my pick is straight up Samoa Joe, even though my dad don't like him, but I do. So I believe Joe has what it takes to become the Universal Champion. He might be the one to beat the Beast Incarnate and take the Universal title from Brock. That way we won't see the Universal title missing from Raw due to Lesnar taking day off. So, and that's just about it about my live predictions. So thank you very much for tuning in. It's your boy Lennox Coleman. Don't forget to hit a couple of likes. I'm gonna need some more subscribers to make my channel famous. Stay tuned. I'm gonna be doing a live WWE 2K video game stream on the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view tonight. Don't forget to watch WWE Great Balls of Fire tonight on the WWE Network. or your current pay-per-view provider. So stay tuned. I'm your boy Lennox, and thank you so much. Don't forget to tune into my next video somewhere about 2:30 or 3:30